That's right folks, I've finally hit 50 reviews, and with that, here's my 2 cents on Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit for the Xbox 360. The latest in a long line of Dragon Ball Z games, and the first to see release on not only the 360 but also the PS3, Burst Limit's primary Z Chronicles mode sees you playing through the classic anime's first 3 chapters, manipulating heroes and villains alike, and is remarkably different from its recent predecessors in that it focuses strongly on fisticuffs a la the original Budokai game, as opposed to the standard adventurous fare of titles like Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Thankfully, things don't get boring too quickly due to the neat post-battle ranking system that helps in unlocking things like higher grades and playable characters, provided that you meet certain conditions. There's also a few what-if scenarios to go through, and this is where things get pretty interesting as you have a front row seat to all kinds of unique occurrences. Finally, there are other generic fighting game options such as a survival mode, and the versus mode gets some points from me because, like the Wii version of Budokai Tenkaichi 3, the fight isn't just limited to your living room, as you can take advantage of Xbox Live and take part in deathmatches with people from all over the world. The narrative of the various fights is, as always, revealed by way of cutscenes in between battles, and I have to say that this is some of the coolest looking stuff that I've ever seen in a Dragon Ball Z game. Unfortunately for those who've never seen an episode of the show, although I personally can't think of a single person who hasn't, these are quite lacking in verbal detail, meaning that unless you have a friend/DBZ fan around to help fill in the blanks of the show's backstory, then chances are you're going to be scratching your head in mass confusion for more than a few hours. Speaking of cutscenes, small cinematic moments called drama pieces will take place at certain points during battle, and these can range from anything, including your character simply powering up, or an ally lending you a hand by either belting your enemy away, or taking the brunt of an attack that was meant for you. As far as the controls go, there are some subtle changes from previous titles. For example, you don't need to fill your energy gauge manually anymore, since that now happens automatically. The basics are fairly straightforward, as 3 types of defense are at your disposal, with the A button letting you not only block incoming attacks, but also dodge them with the proper timing, while the right trigger button activates the energy-consuming ultimate guard. The B button launches energy balls, and the Y and X buttons let you throw the enemy when pressed at the same time, while pressing them individually will trigger rush and smash attacks that can easily shatter an opponent's guard. The more advanced maneuvers are also simplified, for super attacks can be performed by pressing B while moving the joystick either left or right, and pressing up and B while the energy gauge is full lets you unleash your ultimate attack.
This Super Buster, get it! Darn it!
Transformations can be performed by pressing the left bumper button when the energy gauge is full, and the new Aura Spark feature, activated using the right bumper button, replaces the hyper mode found in Budokai 3. Triggering this ability not only enhances your character's strength significantly, but also lets you pursue your opponent through the air and deal some massive damage. As I said before, the graphics in this game are astounding and easily trump the past DBZ titles. Everything flows with an extremely high and smooth frame rate that not only succeeds in capturing the fast-paced action of the series, but also blows past attempts at doing so into oblivion. However, lag will naturally ensue if you attempt an online battle with someone who lives halfway across the world. The soundtrack is fairly solid with some strong and energetic tunes to keep you alert, and the option to switch between the English and Japanese voice casts. Speaking of the character voices, the English dub cast perform well enough, and I only have a few criticisms on hand. I can finally add Stephanie Nadolny, who provides the voice of Goku's son Gohan, to my list of lifeless Funimation actors. Most of the time she sounds like she's half a second away from breaking her voice box.
Mr. Piccolo, are you alright?
And she generally delivers a flat performance. Not only that, but Cell's voice is still as annoyingly inconsistent as ever, for the in-game model now releases the voice used by Cell's final form, regardless of what form he's in.
Why in the world does he have so much power?
Sweet leapin' Christ, Funimation! Is it really that hard to have Cell's voice change as he transforms? In the long run, Burst Limit is a welcome change from the standard travel and fight formula of recent Dragon Ball Z games. While many fans will probably be turned off by the simplistic controls, I for one welcome the back-to-basics approach. However, the game is not without its faults, for the drama pieces can become grating after a while and will negate any and all Super Blasts you launch once they finish playing. Not only that, but the CPU brings a whole new meaning to the word cheap when set on anything above hard. I won't go so far as to say that this is the best Dragon Ball Z game out there, because that's really just a matter of opinion, but if you ask me, it ranks pretty high up there.